can't even spell the word test. Test. Hey. What's up, Rifle? How you doing today? Mic. Trying to not be on this mic a lot, but not be off it so much that no one can hear me. I was doing some things for a song. Nice. You doing another cover? And I sang faster than I ever have before. Was it the Sonic Boom song from Sonic CD? Did you go fast? Oh, this webcam, I swear to everything good and holy in this world. There. I'm hoping that gets rid of my latency. Oh gosh. I've broken everything. What do I get for following your link? Oh my gosh, make it stop. It's because my music's still going. That was just nightmarish. You're getting free views. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, man, YouTube is booty cheeks sometimes. Go to the beginning. Wait. That's pretty fast. That's faced. It's not even just fast, it's faced. I'm trying to get my back to crack. Trying to get my back to crack. Crack the back. It's funny because it only took me 3 takes to do that. That's not too bad. 3 takes is pretty solid. I mean, and generally, I originally slowed down the original and sped it up, but it sounded bad. So I redone it. Nice. I mean, one thing they teach you when you're recording audio anyways is to take multiple takes anyways, and then you have something to compare. Like, even if you feel like when I used to play like parts in the studio, like bass parts or whatever, they'd have us, you think you nailed it, and they'd have you do it like 4 more times. And it's just, for one, it, in case there's a mistake someone didn't notice, or a pop or anything, it gives you those other takes to use. But also, if you're going to repeat a part in the song, it's nice to be able to take the multiple takes so that it seems more organic, like there's different performances. So it never hurts to do multiple performances, because you never know when you're going to need the additional, even if you don't need it. It's just good to force that person to do it over and over till they go crazy. If I get a take that's nearly perfect but isn't right there, I prefer to just use them in case I need to do an echo part. Kind of like, well, if you need echo, you can just add reverb and delay. Unless you're talking about like echo as in it's like a call and response type thing. Today we're gonna keep working on my Flappy Bird clone. I don't know if you saw Rifle, but I was able to get the flapping to work. But I can't, I'm trying to think of a way to get the sprite to tip as it's going down and then the tip back up as it's going up. And I'll show what I'm talking about here too. Let me see, let me go to the 20 Games Challenge page. I'll show you how Flappy Bird works. There's multiple takes. I mean, where there's multiple takes at the same time. You mean you're dropping those takes on top of each other in like your DAW, like in your editor, and then you're like offsetting them? Because again, if you want, you can use like reverb or delay to create that effect if you want. There's lots of ways to, especially depending on what you're using. I like to use, not offsetting them, I mean like exactly the same time. Oh, okay. And it probably creates like some sort of phasing or reverb effect, I would guess. That's why I would just take my favorite performance or the best performance and put reverb or delay on it. Just me. But, oh yeah, here's what I wanted to do. Flappy Bird. What I like about this one, see how their little head tips up and then they like dive bomb as they fall. I want to figure out, because the actual flapping, I don't think I'll ever get extra flapping to work, and I may be overthinking some of this, but I really like that there's like, you can feel the weight because look at that, because they like dip down. Because I want Prime's head to sort of, let's see, I'll show you these. See how it just, when I tap, it just kind of drops like a bomb. Like what I'd like it to do, I'd like it to tip up as it drops. And then, you know, we hit the floor and we don't die right now. That's the other thing I need to work on is collision. Oh, it's that game that has been available in ages. Well, yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just trying to create clones of pre-existing games so that I don't have to, before I work on the game I actually want to work on, like I have a few game ideas, there's 2 of them, but I want to get my feet wet and get some Godot principles working under my belt before I do. Oh my god, oh my god, it's Flapeagen. Yeah, out of this one, the only games they teach you how to code in school despite it not existing anymore. I mean, it exists in so many permutations. I mean, and it was surprisingly difficult to figure out how to get gravity to work. Like it took me a whole stream to figure out how to get gravity to work. Let's see. We can kind of break this down because we've got to have like our own force of gravity. As far as I know, I don't know if I can use built-in gravity. So I baked my own gravity. I hand rolled my own gravity. In fact, I could go to the code screen to make this easier to see. Let's see, we'll go here. Here we go. Now it's not text for ants, even though that is still kind of small. Is there a way to make that a little bigger? This is also just understanding the editor layout. Is there a way to like not make that text for ants? Trying to figure out. Yeah. Dock layout is again just to kind of. Oh, okay, that works too. I'm not a huge fan of this editor. I wonder if I could just edit in VS Code. This code's so tiny. It's code for ant. You know how all my videos are in 360p? Yeah, you need to do like HD remasters of all of them in 4K. I finally figured out how to get them in 1080p, so finally get HD vids. Yeah, next step is 4K. Use AI to like 4K remaster all your videos. Clearly that's the next step for you to go viral, is to get 4K videos. Do 4K? Do you know who you don't need CapCut Pro to get into 4K. Like, I'm pretty sure I use Caden Live, which is completely free. I'm pretty sure I can do 4K videos as long as it gets a little cranky when the source video doesn't match the output resolution, but you can do it. You can take like a 1080p video and output it to 4K. Ideally, this is what I was taught in my digital photography and graphic design course, is that whatever your source video is, you can get better quality. Like, you want to shoot in 4K. If your target is 1080p, you want to shoot in 4K. If your target is like 720, you want to shoot in 1080 or higher. It's like you always want your source to be better than you want your raw source to be better than your output, I think, if I remember. It isn't going to look any different in 4K. You don't know that. What if someone's watching it on a 4K television? But I started Renegade Pige came and visited because I was streaming Skeleseller, so I started I was streaming Skeleseller and Renegade Pige came on, and I went and checked out they have a YouTube channel, and they're a PNG streamer or JPEG streamer. You tried it and it looked horrible? Well, that's not my fault. Sounds like you're not trying hard enough. Yeah, like a PNG or JPEG streamer. Speak more. Speak more. Am I not speaking more enough? Here, I'll show you. It's like the people that talk and then they put like JPEGs and PNGs up. Here, I'll show you what Pige is about the PNG. Here, I'll show you. Oh my gosh, no. I misspell. Yeah, Renegade Pige. And I'll get like some copyright. But he like talks and then puts up, oh my gosh, it's actually really appearing there. But Path of Exile 2 is bad is a really good video. Yeah, like you. They put up like Path of Exile. They put up PNGs. Yeah, check it out. Like, this is a really good video. It's a little long in the tooth, but I watched the whole thing and I really enjoyed it. And I kind of like I'm a casual Path of Exile fan. So I enjoyed it. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm low on water. I have my water jug. Well, that's crazy. Who else is watching at 3 a.m.? Chat moving too fast. Drop those. Sorry. I'm reading something else. Pog Champ Master. I'm going to take this jug. Here. Content. Everything M content now. Everything M content. Consume more content. I skipped a lot and saw Peppa Pig. Is that what happens? Like eventually Pige's channel just devolves into Peppa Pig, but Pige is really nice. He's a joke. Consume more content. Get excited about next content. But I want to break down how I was able to get gravity to work. This sounds really dumb. I had to hand roll my own gravity, which was interesting. I want to break it down. I had to first create a value, gravity force. So this is how strong gravity is. Get the music on. Then I have flap strength. So this is how strong each flap is. It's negative because it's resisting the gravity force. You could think of gravity as constantly being applied at 800. Like at a value of 800. And to resist that gravity, we instantly inject like negative 300 into that to like oppose that force. So velocity, that's our initial velocity. And the vector tracks the player's movement. I believe that's per frame. Obviously screen size of the game window. My friend edited this short and oh my gosh, the way he made it transition to the song was perfect. Opposed force, Half-Life reference? Not really. Or it was an incidental. So we want to capture the size of the screen as well. And ready is always, I believe ready is always going to run. This is where I'm still a little fuzzy on Godot basics. This captures the side of the screen so we can clamp the player, and clamping just means that the player is never going to go outside the bounds. So, like in regards to the Flappy Bird, it's never going to flap like up into the sky or go down below the very bottom barrier of what the user can see. And delta, I believe, represents time, at least in the regard. So as like time progresses within the game, the frame of the game, you can use delta. So in this case, we simulate our gravity in our process. We increase the vertical, so that's y-axis velocity every frame based on time. So this is going to cause the player to slowly, or the sprite to slowly fall. Delta rune. So velocity y, so that's our y-axis or y direction. equals, plus equals, so we're accumulating this over time. It's our gravity force, which we set to 800 times the time. So multiplied to the time, which is the delta. So flap input applies upward force resisting gravity. So we look for a user input flap, which in this case we can tap the screen with our mouse, and it causes us to flap. So that's velocity y again equals flap strength. So we instantly like interrupt our gravity to bump us up a little bit. We have a negative force which causes us to go up. Do you know a game called Yeah, I know Binding of Isaac. It's in my Steam library. I don't think I've ever played it. I'm aware of it. I'm gonna be honest and say I haven't played it, but I'm aware of it. Because I was playing it a bit ago and managed to dodge an attack I could never dodge again, and my friend Adam said, "This dude is on the Matrix." Yes, he said Matrix and not the Matrix. He failed. So this is how flapping works. We're going to flap, and we're going to instantly change our velocity, our y-axis velocity, and that causes our bird, in this case it's the Primeagen, causes our Primeagen bird to flap up. This I think is boilerplatey in Godot. Yeah, that's me. Imagine never playing Binding of Isaac. I have it, I'm pretty sure, in my Steam library. Those games I think gets so cheap that it's just, they're like, here, you can have it, it's free. Or nearly free. So animate sprite 2d.play. There may be more to this as I understand Godot more, but for now, as far as I know, I think that's boilerplate, so that our sprite just sits there. We move the player, so that's position. We add velocity, and we add the delta. So again, as the game progresses, we continue to accumulate, or we continue to alter the sprite's position. We clamp the sprite to the bounds as well. The position.clamp. We take that vector 0, which is, if I remember, that's our I believe that's like the original position, and we take like the screen size. We just make sure they don't. What is WA thumbnail? WA thumbnail. I don't know. Is that on YouTube? Is it on YouTube? I should make a sweet, like, Flapeagen. So now, well, clearly, because that was me saying on YouTube and not on Twitch. Okay, so there's a YouTube. I don't remember what thumbnail I sent. I'm assuming it's me going like this with a robot. It's just my generic one I use now, and I don't think to put anything in there. So I want to rotate the sprite based on vertical velocity, and I'm not sure how. I want it to like tip up, and I want it to tip down and have it in between. It is yes. And this is something I don't exactly know how to do yet. Because again, if we go back to, where's Flappy Bird? If we go back to the real Flappy Bird here, whenever we tap, he's kind of like, he looks up, and he really doesn't point straight up when he flaps, but then he like dive bombs. So this is going to be even harder to do. But I wonder if this is like a total squirrel distraction, when I should focus on boom, he dies when he hits the. I think we should work on that next. I think we should have a floor, and then collision with the floor and parallax scrolling. The parallax scrolling. Well, here I don't even think this is technically parallax scrolling because the background never moves. This is even simpler than that. Hold on. There was something a little kooky crazy that happened there. As soon as that first pipe came up. Oh, probably just an illusion. My friend Magic wants me to cover all the songs in Miracle Musical Hawaii Part 2. I don't even know what that is. I only covered one of the songs from the album. It took me forever. It was the first song I covered not from a video game. I don't even know what Miracle Musical Hawaii Part 2 is. It sounds like Electric Boogaloo 2. Which, if you've never watched Electric Boogaloo 2, you're missing out on life. I think Electric Boogaloo 2 is better of... Yeah, Break Into Electric Boogaloo. I forgot. But there's so much like copywritten music, I couldn't play this. I'll get struck. Just listen to the Mind Electric off stream because it's so good. Okay, I'll check it out. We're gonna play this really quick muted because we probably can't. We'll probably get in trouble. Like, you don't even need to hear it. You already know how amazing this is. I wish I could play it. I can't. I'm pretty sure. Ah, it's so good. What if I slowed it way down or sped it way up? But this is Dance Combat, which is pretty intense. Yeah. Whoa. Crazy. Hey, this is PG. You can't do this for the kids. You think No, this is the original. This is Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like, Breakin' is bonkers, amazing, crazy, weird. I mean, alright, it's a PG stream. Okay, lady. It's PG-13 family friendly content. Maybe even PG. Yeah, you need to check out Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Why not? They probably don't have it widescreen. I don't know. Don't ask me these kind of questions. I think that's the next thing I need to work on. I think I just need to work on when it hits this floor, they should die. And I've got some ideas about what I'm gonna make that floor out of. So I grabbed some screenshots. I was being chatted with. There's some wonderful Turkish folks on Kick that were talking to me, I think on Friday. Let me see. I'm trying to find the screenshots that I took. I was inspired. They kept trying to sell their graphic design services, and I don't think they understood that I'm not going to. There's no money to be had here around with me. Let me see. Was this the one? No. Where is it? Oh, did I lose my screenshot? Oh gosh. Or did I just straight up download it? I don't remember. Let me see. It would have been from Friday. Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh, the humanity. Okay, yeah. So I have a couple thoughts here. I'm thinking. I want on the bottom to say, tap screen to flap, and then have this because I want this to be like a Vim editor. Because Prime is really big about Vim, like trying to tell us how much better he is than us because he uses Vim. So my thought was, like, this will be the bottom, and then this will be just beneath that, and it's like kind of you get the instructions too. So like it teaches you how to play, and then this will be the bottom where he hits. And then these will actually be our pipes. Will be these tildes that you see in a Vim editor. This is kind of what I was thinking. I think this is how it's gonna be. We'll see. If it isn't widescreen, I don't like it. Well. Remember when I sang that song? It took me over 100 voiceovers to do. Yeah, and you said something about just having an F-bomb randomly. What? Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't send you saying. Savini. Oh. Yeah, I probably mentioned something about like family friendly stream. So I think we're gonna have to go into. I'm doing color work and I'm wearing my Gunners. To fight eye strain, I've been trying to wear. I got a pair of Gunners, which are just yellow tinted glasses with blue blocking. And the irony is I'm doing color sensitive, so we have to go like this to make sure I get that ugly. Or I can just rip off the plum color. It's kind of a green. I'll just rip off the colors using GIMP. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Is first I need to create the bottom. One of the lines in it is DW censored. Ain't had given to me a mask, a blade, a machete. Machete. Nacho, here's my mother's machete. She gave me before she died. Machete. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking machete. I've never seen the movie. My primary machete movie is Nacho Libre because it was my mother's machete. I've never actually watched. It's ubiquitous enough in pop culture that I understand what machete is, but this is what I want to make. I want to like have the quick. What was the date in day 3 days ago? We'll go like this in our calendar. 1, 2, 3. It was the 13th. It was Friday the 13th. And I saw 7 Days to Die was doing some streaming event this weekend. I feel like I should have been a part of it. It was like, nah, machete. Savini is a Jason song. Oh, I understand now. Open up game. So I'm guessing we want... Do I want this to all be one? Yeah, because I think it'll be fine. It'll all be one graphic. And I just need a little white box at the bottom. Okay. So we'll do new. Height. We don't need that much height because it's going to be a little block at the bottom. We do percent. No, I guess we'll do pixels. A game I played called Forsaken got an update for Friday 13th, and yeah, they buffed Jason. Way too bad. You can never buff Jason too much. We don't need this to be very tall at all, but I don't want to be too short. We'll do like 100 pixels? That's not enough. Okay, hold on. Image, a canvas size, and also I want transparency in there. We'll do... This is pretty close to being okay. We need like a relative... We'll do... This, you know what? This actually might be fine. The thing I don't like is... Okay, then add alpha. We'll get rid of this. Maybe these... Okay, now I'm talking myself out of this. Maybe these do need to be separate because I don't want the text to keep moving. I want the text to sit. It'd be amazing if I get that icon to flash as if you were in a terminal. So we'll do the text first. We'll go steal the color from the image. Not good though. Okay. Well, let us use the color picker. No, so we need to open this. We need to open this in GIMP, I think, to steal the color. So that's under pictures, screenshots. Why are you so bad? Like, yes. Okay. Open this with GIMP. We can grab the colors just for color grabbing. Yep, that's our color. Monospace. I mean, probably console looking. Monospace might be fine. Do we have any type of like console looking? It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want to obsess over this and then spend too much time on this part. I just need something for the Primeagen to run into. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go with what we've got here. And I guess we could, here's this. We'll create another layer of transparency. And we'll drop the plum there, the plum color as well. Just, I think we'll have a big, oh shoot. Okay, we'll do it first. Where's our painty thing? Why do I feel like I don't see? There we go. Painty stuff. There we go. And we go here. We'll go back. Grab our font color. Uh, 75 will likely be too large. I don't know. We'll see. It might be okay. So, oh gosh, I hate that. I'm gonna tell you, like, of all the things that drive me completely Insano mode. And then we want a little, just like a little white box. In fact, we are really lazy, but we'll just draw a box. Stop being lazy slobs. We just need like a little white box here to make it look like the end of a term. Like where your command's gonna go. We just need white. There. That's what I want it to look like. I just want it to look like that. Oh, they're kind of tall and skinny here. So maybe we do need a little more green real estate. And I don't want to, again, I don't want to obsess. Let's undo. Do select. Well, so it's a little taller and skinnier. And a little closer to the last key value. Like that. Good enough. I'm not going to obsess over this. So this is going to be there at the very bottom. One thing I'm not... I don't know how to add things to... So we'll just... Here, we'll save this for now. We'll go to pictures. We'll save it there. We'll call this... Isn't that it? Flapeagen. Yeah, we'll just save this here for now, just to have somewhere to put it. Because what I want to make sure is I do this correctly, and I'm still quite new. Where are you? Is it this one? This? No. Here's where I'm kind of like the doy, not smart. How do I get back to... Oh gosh, you go to 2D. Delete. Because I want to put this across the bottom. Then I need to create the next layer, which is going to be... not that one. Where's the other one? I'm going to do this. And just say visual line and then have those dashes. I guess I need to go through the rest of the tutorial to first, like, should I not be creating these assets yet? I don't know. I feel like I could create this simple enough. And then create those, just that same green, isn't it? Zoom in, of course. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same green as if I steal the green from this. That was my thought, is have that be visual line and have the dashes be what hits it. And I could even just have the dashes. Is it worth hitting that? I should probably... Or hitting that, wow. Okay, we'll take this one and we'll create a new layer. We'll go here because I like the size of the font too. We'll hide this. We'll hide that. And we need white, which we got. Oh gosh, I need to make sure they're actually in frame just so I can. Oh gosh, make it stop. Interesting. Is it just text layer's just not really interesting? It's white. Why isn't it appearing? Are they too small? I just want those dashes. It's set to white. Why aren't we seeing... that doesn't matter. What if we get rid of everything? What's happening here? Some days I feel like... Are they just too small? I'm really... What if I type anything? Like, okay. So maybe it doesn't have dashes? Like... doesn't have dashes? I need a font that has dashes. Like console dashes. Serif's not going to be great. I wish I just had a consoleless. Like, I just go find one and install it. I just need a font that has dashes. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like this. I don't like this. Sure. What about this? Are you telling me... Oh, I'm not smart. Oh gosh, so what was the... I don't want to really... I can help it. I don't want to... I'm just not smart. It was doing underslashes. I'm not a smart person. Yeah, I just want these. So... It's gonna have the ugly plum background. It's gonna be just like that. We could have this say something in here, like... Getting that centered is gonna be interessante. Whoops, did it again. We don't even need that to, like... Well, we could. I don't know. Danger zone! That's gonna be stacked there. Instructions underneath. That's gonna be our floor. Right. Right. We are going to want to export this as well. These don't need to be SVGs. They can be PNGs. We're going to go to developer. Right there. Flapeagen. Yeah, yes. Then, yeah, yes. I'm gonna export this as a PNG. We should probably have like some sort of assets folder, but we're not going to. Okay. Cool beans. We have our floor assets now. We just have to read our tutorial enough to understand. There's a couple things I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why it always borks at me if I place this where I want it. So, because it's yelling, the root node of a scene is recommended to not be transformed since instances of the scene will usually override this. Reset the transform and reload the scene to remove this warning. Where's the transform? Is it this? Well, this... Well, what's weird is when I go to test it, then the prime head is up here outside of like the play field for the view of the player, the viewport. The sprite ends up there. So, yeah. So here's the Earth. Okay. Well, I guess I'll follow the tutorial, even though the tutorial's not making the same game as me. Because there's a Godot tutorial I was following that was at least getting me to this point, even though I had to alter a lot of the code. Or the script, I guess you'd call it technically. Yeah, I don't like that this is like text for ant. It's very hard to read. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about this yet. I'm going to work on putting in a floor and having it collide. Let's see. Yes. Yes, that is the thing I want. Let's see. Godot engine. I believe I was doing this one. Creating the player scene. The animations. Is this how I don't want to get distracted? Is this how we're gonna get him to like look up and then fall down? I don't know. Now that the player can move, we need to change which animation the sprite is playing based on its direction. We have a walk animation, which we don't actually. Because we're using this tutorial to hopefully get us the core pieces, but we're not making the game they're making. We have the walk animation, which shows the player walking to the right. This animation should be flipped horizontally using the property for left movement. We also have up animation, which should be flipped vertically for flip B. For downward, let's place this code at the end of the process function. So is this how... I don't want to get distracted. I want collision. Preparing for collisions. We want player to detect when it's hit by an enemy. But we haven't made any enemies yet. That's okay because we're going to use Godot's signal functionality to work. Add the following to the top of the script. If you're using GD script, add it after extends area 2D if you're using C#. So this is a signal. Okay. Well, is that signal? Signal hit? Signal? Yes. Okay, only 30 minutes later. Not that any chance of anyone actually watching this stream is gone. Try to make some progress. Let me see. I don't know how anyone who's a parent actually streams. I don't understand how a parent of at least children that are under the age of 18 that live in their house. I don't get it. I don't know how they do it. Like how they stream more than 40 minutes. Okay, how do we get back to what we were doing here? Because what I believe I was doing, I'm trying to create a floor. So we got a signal for hit here. Just like this. Just like on a scale of 1 to 10. Really don't want to fire another browser up, but anytime I minimize this, it poses all my not that anyone's chatting with me. Okay. It finds a custom signal called hit that we will have our player emit when it collides with an enemy. We will also use Area 2D to detect the collision. Select the player node and click the node tab next to the inspector tab to set the list of signals the player can emit. Wow. Select the player node and click the node tab next to the inspector tab. Goodness gracious, I may have to move this over here. So click, hold. I must have a learning disability. Select the player node. I'm pretty sure that's this. Click the node tab. That's here. Okay. This should say node tab on the right, but whatever. See the list of signals the player can emit. Notice our custom hit signal is there as well. Is it? Okay. This signal will be emitted when a body contacts the player. Okay, notice our custom hit signal is there. Since our enemies are going to be rigid body 2D nodes, we will want body entered body 2D signal. Oof. This signal will be emitted when a body contacts the player. Well, I don't know. What's an area shape? Man. Because what I actually want... Well... Okay. Maybe we'll just do it this way. It'll be a rigid 2D body. Emitted when a body contacts the player. Click connect. Click connect where, and the connect a signal window appears. Connect where? Oh, okay. On hit or bodied entered? I'm guessing body entered. The signal will be emitted. Blah, blah, blah. If you're using external text editor, for example, Visual Studio, a bug currently prevents Godot from doing so. You'll be sent to your external editor, but the new function won't be there. In this case, okay, it was about the like the function it created. Unbodied entered. Connect. Oh gosh, and now we're in this. Is it under player? Note the green icon indicating the signal is connected to this function. So just click connect now. I'm guessing I do because it didn't tell me in the tutorial. Okay, now we have replace with function body. Note the green icon indicating the signal is connected to the function. This does not mean the function exists. Only that the signal will attempt to connect to the function with that name, so double check spelling of the function matches exactly. On body entered. On body entered. I mean, I see it there. Next, add this code to the function. So we're going to get rid of pass. Player disappears after being hit. I don't think we actually want that, right? I think they're just going to die instantly. So, hit, dot emit. Must be deferred as we can't change physics. What? Hold on. Wowzers. Okay. Must be deferred. We don't want our player disappears. We're not going to use hide. We're not going to use hide here. Maybe what I'll do though, just in case it becomes important. I don't think we want this. Because in Flappy Bird, you're just going to die on the spot. I'm putting their notes that hopefully, as we can't change physics. Wow, I can't spell either today or talk. Ease on a physics callback. What does that mean necessarily? Must be deferred as we can't change physics properties on a physics callback. Okay. We're putting this collision shape 2D. Again, I can't spell. Dot set deferred. This I don't understand. This is where I would ask, like, Cursor or ChatGPT to help me understand. Must be deferred as we can't change physics properties on a physics callback. No. Each time the enemy hits the player, the signal is going to be emitted. We need to disable the player's collision so that they don't trigger hit signal more than once. Disabling the area's collision shape can cause error if it happens in the middle of the engine's collision processing. Using set deferred tells Godot to wait, disable the shape until it's safe to do so. Oh, okay. We're disabling the area's collision shape. I mean, I think okay. So it's our collision shape. We're setting it. We're disabling it. Okay. Interesting. Last piece, the add function we can call to reset the player when starting a new game. This will be one. Start. Position. Here we're going to need to find out what that position is, like the traditional Flappy Bird position. Collision shape 2D disabled equals false. Interesting. So this is just to restart the game. With a player working, so POS, we're passing that in to start. And where does POS come from? Okay. Don't we still need don't we need POS though? Let's save this. I have a feeling this isn't gonna work how we think. Because it's for a restart. I think he's gonna, well, he's in the wrong position. But how do we set his position? Alright, this does squat skis. Okay, well, kind of working. But I don't know how to set that. How do we set that position? How do we call start and set it? Do we have to set position up here? Wish I understood. I wish they gave me some guidance there. Okay, now it's time to make enemies. So in this case, it's not going to be an enemy. It's going to be the floor. Collision shape 2D. New scene. Add the following nodes. Animated sprite 2D. Collision shape 2D. Visible on-screen notifier 2D. Don't forget to set the children so they can't be selected like you did with the player scene. So do I need to click scene? I'm not creating a node. I'm creating a whole new scene. Do I need to close this scene? I don't want to delete it. Again, my Godot inexperience is making my life challenging. Because I see this for adding nodes. How do I have to close this? Click scene, new scene. Okay, I'll just do that. From the top menu and add the following nodes. And then that's going to be the children. Oh, got him. This is a 2D scene, right? I'm guessing. Oh boy. I think I did that wrong. Delete it. Yeah. Other node? I'm not getting much guidance here. Rigid body 2D. Great. Okay. Then we want some child nodes. We need an animated right. Great. We need a collision shape. Don't forget to set the children so they can't be selected. I don't understand what that means. I don't know what mean. There's aspects of Godot I find really befuddling. Really do. And we're gonna, now we want to name this floor. Yeah, this is gonna be our floor. I'm assuming collision shape. Add child. This is on fire 2D. Again, we're following this tutorial. So what's this barking about? So we need to go to don't forget, set the children so they can't be selected. I don't know what that means, like you did with the player scene. Don't set the children so they can't be selected. What does that mean? I guess we'll keep moving. Select the mob node, which we're calling our floor node. Set its gravity property in rigid. This will prevent the mob from falling downward. Okay. I have a feeling we're doing this wrong, but we're just going to try to get things to work. So we're going to go to the gravity section. Gravity. What's that under? Gravity scale. I selected the node. Is that under the inspector? Set its gravity scale to 0. I hope that's right. Guess we'll find out. In addition, under the collision object 2D section, expand the collision group and uncheck one inside the mass. This one, sure the mobs do not collide with each other. That's not going to be a problem, but sure. Let's go to collision group. Collision group. Am I just not seeing it? Okay, just beneath the rigid body 2D section. Not seeing that either. So this is collision object 2D section just beneath the rigid body 2D section. What is that? I don't see it. Can I just... Nah, can't just search for properties. We're looking for gravity scale. We're looking for the rigid body 2D section, which I don't see. I'm confused. Select the node. We'll do that again. Wait, we already did that. In addition, under the collision object 2D, I don't see that. Did I do something wrong? I see collision shape 2D, but not collision object 2D. Just beneath the rigid body 2D section. Where is that? I feel like I'm just not seeing it. The mask property. it under visibility? Light mask. Collision group. Collision. This is collision shape. This may not be a problem, but I'm confused. I see collision object 2D. Did I create the wrong thing? Because they told me to create a collision shape 2D, not a collision object 2D. Because what they're showing me here is this. I'm guessing because I see when I type in layer, there's a visibility layer, but not a collision layer that I can see. There's one-way collision, which I don't know what that is. I guess we'll skip this because I'm confused. And I mean, I think I did this right. An animated 2D sprite, a collision shape 2D, and a visible on-screen notifier. I mean, is it under? Okay, collision. Oh boy, I feel like this is just big time like competence problems. Me being apparently incompetent. So this is under collision object 2D. Collision. Okay, here we go. They made that confusing. Select the mob. In addition, under collision. Okay. I think I was just, again, not smart. Expand the collision. Uncheck the one inside the mask. Property this will ensure mobs do not collide with each other. That's not going to be a problem, but I just wrong file. Set up the animated sprite 2D like you did for the player. This time we have 3 animations. That's why I feel like I'm doing this wrong, but we only need 1 animation. So how do we set up the sprite? I don't remember how I got in here. Animation, is it here? Guess animation, new sprite frames. These, okay. Then this is just the default. There, the danger zone. And then it's gonna yell at me because I moved it. It's like, you fool. And size. Wow, that's gigantic. It's way bigger. So we also need to modify. Can we undo what we just did? That's, oh, biscuits. It's too large. Reset that. Yep, go back to where you were. Scale. Here's what I don't. Is that gonna work? That's too small. That's too large. Yeah, I win. Too large, too small, too large, too small. That 0.6 is almost there, so like 0.65. 0.62. 0.61. Just, it's Goldilocks. We may have that move. I don't know. Okay, so that's going to be there. Why do you like add backgrounds and stuff? Ah, I know, I'm probably getting ahead. Okay, so we'll reset its position. Yeah. Because it works at me, and I have a feeling it's because something's supposed to set the position of this. Collision shape, it's very crabby. Like the player images, these mob images need to be scaled down. Yeah, I had to scale mine down too. As in the player scene, add a capsule shape 2D. No, in this case, we're going to be adding a different shape. Collision shape. Rectangle shape. We need a rectangle. We need a larger rectangle. Margins, no. We modify. So control mouse scroll does not zoom in. Okay. That's not a rectangle, that's a square. Don't you know your shape? You know no shapes, man. Yeah, we're gonna move that here. Boom. 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 Wonder if you could just use the object itself as the collision window, but whatever. Okay, so this, I can already tell it's off center. Who cares? Alright, we have this thing. The problem is with the tutorial is it's designed to teach us how to make... I just want this to sit in one spot. Because now they're going to try to get us... We don't even need to animate. We just need... And if I set it... what I want to understand is like how to have a... like. They've got to help us with that. Enemy script. We don't need to do any of this other stuff. Enemy script. Don't care. The main game scene. This is what we need. Spawn mobs. We're not going to be technically spawning mobs. We just need to spawn the one thing and spawn the character. Right? The main node will be spawning new mobs. We want them to appear at random location, which we're not going to do. Click the main node in the scene dock. I don't think we have a main node. We never created a main node. Scene dock. Do we save this one now? We're going to call this one the floor. Yeah. Okay. We have a floor, and this is just where we're going to be interacting with. Scene. New scene. What would our main scene be? Did we not... Organizing the project. Creating the player scene. Coding the player. Oh boy. Did we ever create? We never did create one. With an area we can detect objects that overlap or run into the player. So there's a player node. Did we save the scene as player, TS scene? So I'm uncertain. We don't care about... We're not respawning one thing. We're not... Time to bring everything did together into a playable game scene. Create a new scene and add a node named... So we need a new scene. What kind of scene? What kind? They need to make it... Is it a window? No. A sub-viewport? Is it... What kind of scene am I supposed to create? You know what? For a 2D game in Godot, what kind of... They're gonna ask it really outright like a not smart person. For a 2D game in Godot, your main scene should typically be a Node 2D or a similar 2D specific root node. This is because Node 2D provides the necessary properties. Br, 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 br. Was that a 2D scene? Is that what this is? Sure. Create. Rename. Main. And I'm assuming then this is like all the stuff's gonna get put on here. All right. It would have been nice to know that in the tutorial. Node instead of Node 2D is because this node will be container for handling game logic. Does not require 2D functionality itself. Well, let's delete it. Can you just create a node? Sure. Someday I'll be good. Click the instance button represented by a chain link icon and select your saved player TSDN. Click the instance button. This one. Okay. Instance player. And then I believe I'm allowed to move them, right? Instance floor. I got two things on screen now. Okay, it's making a little more sense. A bit more a sense. Am I still streaming? It would be really funny if I wasn't. I'm just sitting here talking to myself in OBS. And no one's actually there. Let me just double check work really quick. Okay, I'm good. We have stuff to get to, but I'll do this a little bit longer. Okay. So, back to the tutorial. This is giving me a framework to understand things. Now add the following nodes as children of main, as shown via timer to control how often mobs spawn. We actually don't need that yet. We will need a score timer. Name, start position to indicate the player's start position. Okay. Yeah, I guess we will need all these things. So these are children of main. So we're gonna need a timer. We're gonna call this one F2 is how we rename. Might need to remember the hotkey. Mob time. Well, we don't need a mob timer. We will actually need because this is gonna be tricky. That's gonna be called our pipe timer for now. We're gonna need score timer. Whoops, just timer, dummy. Timer. Yep. And we need another timer called the start timer. Okay. No. Did I just make that a child of that? Delete. Nope. Yep. Yes. Let's create a little delay. All right. Marker 2D. It's gonna be our start position. Oh my gosh, it keeps doing that. Can you just do this? Start position. Okay. Set the wait time property of each timer node as follows. Pipe timer, I don't think we have to worry about yet. We're just gonna try to get the floor to work right now, to be honest. Score timer. So we're setting the wait time property. This is at 1 second. Start timer at 2 seconds. Oh gosh. Nightmare. A world of nightmares. Save all scenes. Is this not saved? This is called main. How do we set this as our main scene? In addition, set one shot property of start timer to on and set position of the start position node. Okay, that's one we'll want to hand roll that, won't we? Will this show us positions? No, of course not. Is it gonna bork at me about this? Roughly, we roughly want them here-ish. Right, as those things come flying towards them, they're gonna want to boing, boing, boing. So, start position. What is this at? We copy just like current position. Transform. Wish we could just copy this. 238. 240. We'll say 240, 330. 243, 30, right? All right, we'll put them. We'll go here and reset their position. There we go. And the floor. I'll put our floor about here. We want to start them roughly here. this is actually where we want them now that we have a floor. We're going to have our other text down here. This is 228 to 258. Okay. Hopefully that's saved. Okay, 228, 258. Okay. So, we don't need to spawn a mob, actually, is the beauty. We just need, when they collide, spawning mobs, blah, blah, blah. Run the path in clockwise order, blah, blah, blah. We can skip all this. Main script. Okay, so, to save all scenes. Control Shift Alt. Is it this for save? We'll find out. That's save scene. Control Shift Alt S. Control Alt Shift. That was weird. Sure. I'm just trying to get better with this. Maybe make a list of the shortcuts and start using them. You assign this. So, do I need to create to add a script to main? At the top of the script, we use X. Okay, so how do we add a new script? We have a player GD script. Now we want a main script. How's that supposed to look? Okay, how do we create that first script? Does the script go in here? I have so many questions because there's so much about this that seems so obtuse. We just do a new script. Call it main. And here it's. This is where, yeah, I'm a little. This is where I'm a little fuzzy. Hope you could hear that, person who's not watching. Add a script to main. At the top of the script. How? I'm gonna sound really stupid. Attach script? Sure. Extends node. We don't need mob screen. Or we are going to need a score eventually. This is where we're so veering far off the tutorial. We're going to have challenges here. How do we just... New game. Score equals 0. You'll get some of the boilerplate. Player. Start. We're going to want our start position. Position. Right. Whoops. At. Dollar sign. Start timer. Start. We are going to need a game over function. Because it would be the pipe timer. We would want to stop it. We will start. Did that save everybody? Nope. Love it. So that doesn't work at all. That shortcut doesn't work. Probably because my keys. What if I just Control S? Hey, okay. That'll be fine. Good old-fashioned Control S works. Now we'll connect the timeout signal of each timer node to the main script. For each of the 3 timer. How do we tell if this is the main? Make scene root. I hope that was right. I don't know. Like, what happens if I go like this? Yeah, no. So, interesting. How do we make... What's this? What's our script? How do we make this the main node of the whole? Instantiate. Google it is, then. If it's not simple and intuitive, we go to Google. How to make a node the main node in Godot. Node and scenes and instances. Okay. You can get a reference to a node by calling... No. It's not any of this stuff. It should be even simpler than that. Time to bring everything to the playable game scene. Yep. Not any of this stuff. Not any of this stuff. Testing the scene. Let's test the scene to make sure everything's working. Add this new game call to ready. Let's also assign main as our main scene, the one that runs automatically. Press the play button. Select main. You can right-click main. Set as main scene. Did I just miss that? You can right-click in the file system. Oh. Is this it? Am I just missing it? Where does it say set as main scene? Oh, you have to be smart. There we go. Now if we hit play... Boop. Did it crash? Do not set all methods set deferred on a null value. Wait. We already crashed our game. And now, yeah, it's immobile. He hit the danger zone, and then he died. Okay, bye Prime. You hit the danger zone. You dead. This is much harder than I ever anticipated. Okay. Let's test the scene, make sure everything's working. Add this new game call to ready where? Are we adding it in main or are we adding it in player? You gotta make it really clear for just hard-headed dum-dums. Where? Because you can't, as far as I understand, you wouldn't be able to call... So do I need a new ready function? I'm going to put it in here because I don't know and it doesn't make it clear for us really slow dum-dums. Call our new game function from ready. Ugh. The fact that that doesn't work really just burns my biscuits. It's probably just a keyboard configuration problem. Thanks, Linux. Thanks, Linux, for being Linux. When you're sure everything's working, remove the call to new game from ready and replace it with fast. What do you mean? See the mob spawning and see the player disappear when hit by a mob. I have something deeper happening. Collision shape relative to root main player. The parameter body is never used in function. Oh, this is fun. The other fun part is this is acting like it's not saved. I'm hitting control, I'm hitting shift, I'm hitting alt, hitting S. Sure. That's really odd. Sure. Alright, I'm probably just about out of time, aren't I? I made kind of progress. It's now broken. The game's completely broken. And I'm sitting here talking to myself as per usual. Okay. Is there any way... There's so much about this that confuses me. Testing the scene. Let's test the scene, make sure it's working, which it's not. Let's also assign main as our main scene. We did that. You should be able to move the player around, see mobs on. Well, let's try to even, if we can catch it in time. Okay. Hits the top. As soon as it hits that danger zone, it's going to get real cranky. So yeah, as we're going to have the pipes flying through, we got to get Prime's giant head through them. And then, boop, break. Add function cannot set method set deferred on a null value. That's at 39 under player GD. We see that? So there's some value that's set to null. Apparently. Alright, what value is set to null? I want to understand this. That's on collision shape 2D, so this is null at the time? I mean, possible, because I don't understand anything. So something about this is set to null. Collision shape 2D is set to null. So where did we go? Where did we go wrong here? As they... Start position. Oh, fun. Cannot set node not found collision shape relative to root main player. This is intended. The parameter body is never used in the function on body entered call. If this is intended, prefix it with the underscore. So that's just a warning. This is like our... So what's set to null? Is collision shape 2D set to null? Am I supposed to understand what that means? I mean, Alright, I'm running out of time anyways. No one's here. No one cares. We should be able to move the player around. No, we can't move on past here, so that's gonna be title screen and all that bullcrap. So there's some stuff. Create a new instance of the mob scene. Because we're gonna have pipes too. On mob timer timeout. So why? Trying to understand. Trying. We will create a mob instance, pick a random starting point. We don't need to do that. Must be deferred as we can't change physics properties on a physics callback. Is this code just flat out wrong? Did I... This was under coding the player. No, collision shape. Did I misspell anything? Set deferred. Is there anything else missing from this that should be there? No. Each time an enemy hits the player, the signal is going to be emitted. We need to disable the player's collision so we don't trigger the hit signal more than once. Wait to disable the shape until it's safe to do so. Last piece, to add a function we could call to reset the player when starting a new game. Player working. My player's not working. If I collide with anything, everything crashes. Add a script to the mob. It's not technically a mob though. It's like the floor. The floor doesn't have a script, is that why? Sure. See, we're not generating multiples of these. Man, this is where following a tutorial is kind of poopy. We don't really have... First, we need to get stuff animation types. We don't need any of this stuff. 2, 3... This is what sucks about following a tutorial that's not for the game you're making. Because I don't... We just need the... We need when this collides for the game to know and not crash. Yeah, don't save. I'm still not... Can you just delete this script? It's... Interesting. Okay, I try to close this and it won't let me. This is also interesting. Close it? Okay, Godot. Yeah, I gotta go. And no one's here anyways, and I think I'm just now in a bad mood. I don't know. Anyways, no one's watching, so it doesn't matter.